guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today starts week 4 of the O.W.L.s Readathon vlog, so stay tuned. So the second I said, hey guys, this one came running. So it is Monday, April 20th, and it's the beginning of another week of the O.W.L.s Readathon. Don't rub on the tripod. So I have 5 owls remaining and pretty much 2 weeks to get those done. I hope I can get it done as well as all the other books that I have to get read this month. So right now I'm currently reading a book that is not part of my owls. I am listening to the audiobook of The Servants of Twilight by n.e.w.t.s, and I'm on page 108 of this, so maybe a quarter of the way in, and I'm enjoying it. It's about well, we haven't gotten too much into the meat of the story. All I know is this woman, she comes out of this shopping mart with her 6-year-old boy, and they're accosted by this like elderly woman saying that the little boy is, she knows what he is and he has to be killed. And she ends up leading this religious fanatic group, believing that this little boy is the Antichrist, and they're set out to destroy him. That's really all I know at this point. I was also supposed to start reading another book today, but I kind of forgot about it until just a few minutes ago. I'm doing a buddy read on my little Twitter group chat of Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book. Yeah. I think you count Throne of Glass as the first book, and Assassin's Blade was like a prequel novella or something like that. But this was like the second one in the series. And I don't know anything about this one. I just know in the first one, Selena is brought out of this salt mine prison to compete to become the king's assassin, and she is up against a bunch of other criminals that are, well, competing for their lives, because whoever fails gets sent back to whatever prison they came from. Anyway, I can't really tell you how that one ends without spoiling anything, but this continues the story. Because I'm reading these two, and this one, even though it looks small, is quite a chunker. And this one is going to be spread out over the entire week. Because I've got both of these, I'm planning on trying to do smaller owls. So I decided to go with, let's see, Care of Magical Creatures, Hippogriffs, creature with a beak on the cover. For that, I'm reading a manga, which is Wonderland Volume 2 by Yugo Ishikawa. And there is a crow or a raven or something like that in this mirror here. This, I imagine, would take me maybe a couple of hours to read, just because I tend to end up rereading things in the manga, because I've only read Volume 1. That's the only other manga I've ever read, and I kept trying to read the opposite direction. So I would read a page and then I'd go to the next page and I'd read that, and then I'd end up going back to the first page because I forget the direction I'm supposed to read. So this may take me a little while. And then I'm going to also do Herbology Mimbolus Mimbletonia, and that's a title that starts with M. I'm going to read the graphic novel May, Volume 1. Oh, I didn't tell you. This is, I don't know, it's supposed to be it's not really a Wonderland retelling, which is what I thought it was. It's set in Japan, and a large group of people suddenly become small, and they're being obliterated by stray cats and pet cats and crows and all kinds of stuff, and they're trying to seek shelter and get to someplace safe and figure out what's going on. and fix the problem. May is about a girl and her sister. A girl named Abby has found this portal to a fantasy world, and she's been having these great adventures there and defeating horrible monsters, mad scientists, evil nobles. But when she turns 21, it all comes apart and she decides to return home. Her sister May has no idea what happened to Abby all this time. Her tales are too hard to believe, that is, until the monsters and other terrible creatures start to cross over into our world. And this seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I really, really like the art style. And I'm very much looking forward to reading this. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And then Transfiguration, an Alchemist lecture book/series that includes shape-shifting. And for that, I'm going to read Buffy the Vampire Slayer Volume 1, High School is Hell. This is essentially a reboot, I guess. It's the same characters. It's starting from the very beginning, but it's not set in the 90s where the original series was set. This is set in more current day. So I'm curious how I'll like that, because I absolutely adore Buffy. So yeah, these are my 3 owls that I am going to attempt this week. No, I'm wrong. I only have 4 owls left to complete. So this is 3 of them. So I can get these done, and then I'll only have 1 owl remaining for next week, and that one's a chunker. Like, it's a big book. Next week I'll be tackling Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I'm really looking forward to it, but it's a big one. So here's my hopeful TBR for this week. Fingers crossed that I can get it all done. Granted, Crown of Midnight is actually going to go until the 29th, so I won't be finishing it until next week's vlog. But I also have some book mail that came today, and I'm super excited about it. So this publicist for Books Forward reached out to me and told me about this middle grade book. And I thought it sounded like such a fun story, and they asked if they could send it to me with a box of, I guess, goodies that maybe go along with the story. And it came today, and I'm super excited. It's in a really, really cute box too. So the top of the box looks like this. It says, "I found a dwarf and there is something funny growing in my yard." And it looks like that. I haven't opened it yet, so I wanted to do this on camera with you guys. Okay. Is it? Oh, it's taped there too. Okay, try this again. It's taped on top too. Hold on. Okay, 3rd time's a charm. Here we go. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, so on top we have this little paper here. It says, "We found a dwarf and some other fairy tale creatures. Here's what you'll need to help." And I think it's actually telling me what's in the box, so I just want to dig into the box first. So the first thing we have here is, it says Dwarf Story by Professor W.W.L.s Marplot. And this comes out June 30th, 2020. About Dwarf Story. Fairy tales are not specific, but in case you are wondering whether they are real, I have all my computer notes and data and charts. Artie, stop. This is Emma, and the story Artie and I need to tell you is too hectic and magical for scientists to keep to themselves. Artie found a warrior dwarf. I found a spriggan. Our friends found other fairies. Our enemies found us, and that was only the beginning. After that, we learned that a dwarf can climb a 35-foot tree using a 2-foot axe and swing at an angle of 34 degrees, and that doesn't matter. Soon we'll learn that our neighbor was an important place for legendary fairy creatures, worth battling over, in fact. If you like adventure and magic in fantasy worlds, but still want to be able to use your phone and keep up with your homework, with a real live-action fairy tale, with maps and ancient spells and people following you, then we will tell you what it's like. And then there's a thing about who is Professor Welkin-Westacott Marplot. He's from Scotland. There's an interview with Gertrude D. Marplot, the great-granddaughter of Professor W.W. Marplot. Oh, okay, hold on. So this is the author, I guess. He's a collector of esoteric tales of global wisdom and curator of ancient manuscripts. He's a recluse, as he claims, has been collecting and collating adventure and fantasy stories over a century. A third-generation descendant, Gertrude de Marplot of the United States, has edited for publication a number of the professor's texts that she found, to her surprise, take place in modern times. Each tells of normal young teenagers in strange, terrifying situations, or of unlike kids in worse ones. As she continues to learn more about the story's origins, Miss Marplot has edited these numerous tales from their tattered and disorganized shape for the enjoyment of modern readers. And I won't read you all of this stuff, but there's like an interview with Gertrude and like how she came across these stories and how she wove them together. Other works in progress. A lot of stuff. That's really cool. I'm gonna definitely read over this. Let's start with the book. Dwarf Story. Dang, this is hefty. It's a paperback, but it's a heavy paperback. It doesn't even look like it's going to be as heavy as it is. Let's see. It is 408 pages. Chapter 115. The end. That's it. Funny. Okay, I think I said this comes out June 2020. So it says one copy, I'm looking at the little paper here, one copy of Dwarf Story. Let Artie, Emma, and friends tell you a new fairy tale. Then we have one dwarf beard and one dwarf hood in case you want to get in character. How do you like my beard? I might just stay like this. Okay, what else we got? Okay, getting hair in my mouth. I gotta tame this beard. Okay, next we've got a handy inflatable axe to keep you safe during the scary parts. A magnifying glass so you can follow the clues along with the teenagers. Stick my magnifying glass right there. Plastic dragons and a miniature dwarf. Careful, they are natural enemies. Then we got some plant seeds here. These are 25 Blue Star Sea Holly seeds. A harmless version of the funny thing growing in Artie's yard. Note, with all the folktale creatures popping up, be wary of pixie dust. And press materials too. Neighborhood fairy wars deserve coverage. We got worms. What a fun box. I'm particularly fond of my beard. Except when it's in my mouth. And the hood. Oh my gosh. Sandra just went to bed a little while ago. Be right back. I'm gonna go in this room with this and this. I'll be right back. Apparently I scared the crap out of him. I also busted him because he was supposed to be sleeping, or at least just laying down to go to sleep. And Instead, he was up on his phone. But I stormed in there and he didn't have a chance to hide what he was doing. He was like, "You scared the crap out of me." I think I have a hairball from my beard. I wonder if that's a problem guys with big beards have. That was a really fun box. Oh, you know what? I'm putting this back on real quick. I gotta send Marty a picture. I sent him this and says hashtag no filter. Okay. Now we're gonna take this off for real because it's hot. I think this is gonna be a really fun book to read. I can't wait to read it. Also in the mail today, I got another Green Kid crafts box. And I realized that I forgot to show you, they sent me one last month too. So I can go ahead and show you them both right now. So I think this one was last month's. These are fun, little crafty kind of things that sometimes they're in like Xander's age range, but I'm finding a lot of the times they're more for younger kids. But it's great because, as y'all might have seen in one of my other videos, my sister has 3 little boys, ages 2, 4, and 6. So these are perfect for them. And they also they are homeschooling already. So the one from last month, I believe, was the kitchen science. That's fun. This might be something we can do here. Turn your kitchen into a science lab. So project 1 is homemade soap. Project 2 is fizzy bath bombs. Project 3 is a volcanic field, and project 4 is a volcanic fissures. So that's pretty cool. These might be ones Xander would be interested in. And then you have this with how to do all of the different projects and even more, because I see like homemade ice cream, apple science, stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And then you have everything you need for the 4 projects, or however many projects they list. So here's everything for the fizzy bath bombs. Looks like we got some baking soda, some citric acid, like a popsicle stick looking thing, plastic egg. Then we got, these are the volcanoes and the soap making stuff. Again, we got baking soda, 2 popsicle sticks. Looks like a little eraser. Oh, a bunch of erasers. Glitter, some table vinegar, a block of, I guess, glycerin, some little color pellets, and oh, they have this little like poster that you can put the stickers. They have a different sticker for each month, and this one is Kitchen Science Expert, and you just collect them all on your little poster. And then a little rubber, well, actually silicone mold for the soaps. They're in like fishies and seashells. I like that. So yeah, we'll probably do this box ourselves. Okay, and then this month's looks like this. Oh, I'm glad I opened it up because I see raisins in there. Let me get the little book. So this one is bird science. So there are 4 projects in here. We have a pine cone bird feeder. That's cool. A seed ornament feeder, window clings, and paper bag puppets. So we might do some of this, and we might pass some of this on. It even comes with the pine cone. So we have pine cone. This is everything for the bird feeder. We got some Knox gelatin. We got some bird food, raisins, looks like a straw, some yarn, some sunflower butter, some plastic cups. And then we got, this bag is the bird window cling and puppets and nest. And it's got like some stickers and all kinds of stuff, giant like tongue depressor kind of thing, some markers, some glue, other like the paper bags and stuff like that. And then the sticker is Bird Expert. Pretty cool. Alright, so I think I have you pretty caught up at this point on boxes and what I'm reading and what I want to read. And it is like 10:47 now, so I really have to go. It's late. So I will talk to you later. So it is Thursday, April 23rd. Yeah, I started out good. I actually started on time, I think, this week. And then I didn't really have anything to update you on. So I didn't vlog anything, sorry. But I have since finished reading a book. I finished listening to The Servants of Twilight by Dean Koontz, and I give this 4 stars. Overall, the story was really, really good. Like, except for like the last few chapters, I really, 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 really like this book. However, you know what? I don't even know. 4 stars I think is being a little bit generous, because I probably would be, you know what, I'm gonna say a 3.75 actually, because like I was saying, the majority of this book, the story was really good. I was completely interested. I very much enjoyed listening to this, but the last few chapters I just really could have done without. I think I would have rather, I mean, it does leave you hanging a little on what's real and what's not, I guess. I can't really say too much without spoiling it, but I think it could have left you hanging a little bit more. I don't know. Those last few chapters really took away for me. The gist of this book is a woman and her son, well, mostly her son, are being hunted because this religious group believes that he is the Antichrist, and he's only 6. And this mom is, you know, doing everything she can to try to protect her boy, and she ends up hiring this private investigator named Charlie, and Charlie is doing everything he can to help protect her and this boy, and he loses men along the way in trying to protect her, and you never know who you can trust, because this religious group could be infiltrated into like the police force and all kinds of people, so you don't know who to trust, and you don't know who's leaking information to this crazy lady that's leading this religious cult, and they're being hunted down like prey. And overall, I really enjoyed this story. But yeah, like I said, the end, meh, for me. And I was saying that I was going to start a buddy read of Crown of Midnight, which I have started, and I'm on page about to start page 167, and I don't know, it's a little over a third of the way through. However, I'm apparently the only one actually doing the buddy read, so I'm thinking I'm gonna see if I can find the audiobook of this, so I can just go ahead and listen to it while I'm doing something else, since I've finished listening to the audiobook of this. Because I have been, as you can kind of see a little bit, rearranging my shelves around, trying to make more room because I just don't have enough room for all my books. But I would like to continue just listening to this and then physically read something else. I haven't read any of the manga or graphic novels that I was intending to do. I need to get those done. Mostly I have been editing videos and playing Animal Crossing. And the Nature Day thing started today, so I spent a lot of time on Animal Crossing this morning. I do actually plan on doing the Dewey's 24-hour readathon, and I guess I'll just include that in this vlog here. And that's going to be this Saturday. So maybe I can tackle Dance of Thieves or Chain of Gold during that. Maybe. We'll see. I'd like to knock out as much of what's left of my April TBR during that. That'd be great. So I think for now, I'm just gonna listen, well, hopefully find that audiobook and listen to that while continuing to work on my shelves. I may film me working on my shelves a little bit. I've already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the shelves. So I only have 5 more to go. And my library is a mess right now. And oh, I need to get it kind of cleaned up too. Tomorrow is Marty's night off. He's on nights right now, and he has to work. He works like 12-hour shifts, and he only gets 1 night off every 5 nights. So tomorrow our plan is to recruit Xander into helping us build a pillow fort here in the library, and we're gonna make some s'mores, and we're gonna watch a romantic movie on the projector in here, and it's gonna be fun. And I might try to film some pillow fort footage. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna go because I'm just rambling. I'll talk to you probably tomorrow. I managed to clear almost 1 entire shelf by my rearranging, so yay. That's very helpful because I have more room for books. So it is Friday, April 24th, and before we start building a fort and all of that stuff, I wanted to, 1, tell you about my reading, and 2, somebody asked me on my last vlog if I would show my Animal Crossing village, and I figure why not. But be warned, my village is not much yet. It's still a tiny little clustered mess. It's only 2 stars. Xander and I share an island together, and right now it's just covered in flowers everywhere, and we don't have terraforming, we don't have paths or any kind of organization whatsoever on this island. It's just a mess right now, but I'm working on it. Anyway, before I get to showing you my village, hello Xander. Before I get to showing you my village, I finished Crown of Midnight. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series, and I think I'll give it 3.75. I enjoyed it. I'm not entirely sure if I would read this series again or not. Maybe. But one of the things that I predicted, which I didn't say my prediction when I read Throne of Glass, but I predicted something when I read that, and I was like, yeah, if that happens, I'm not going to be surprised. And well, it did happen at the very end of this. However, there was one extra little thing that we learned about Selena that I didn't predict, so that was pretty cool. So I am looking forward to continuing this series. And I got another big book out of the way. I don't know that I'm going to read anything else tonight, just because I'm going to hang out with Marty and Xander tonight. But I will show you my Animal Crossing village now. Yay, we have a new person on our island. Oh, I think we got Mr. Red. I just picked up my mailbox. How did I do that? How did I pick up my mailbox? No, it just looks like... I picked it up again. Okay, let me check my mail. Okay, so here is my house. This is my house right now. I look like a little old lady. I've gone through several different looks with this character. I have this room here. And I have a little bathroom here with plants. This is funny. It's where it flushes. So here's what it looks like outside my house. Got some random toy stuff. A lot of flowers. A whole lot of flowers. I do have some hybrid ones, like these orange ones, and blue ones, like orange tulips. Teacup rice. I have these purple windflowers, I think. There's leaf, I haven't popped in yet. Also have some black tulips, some pink tulips. This is Biddy's house, her new person. I'll show you her, I think. Is she a rhinoceros? I don't know what she is. Maybe a hippo. I think she's a hippo. Anyway, there's Dom's house. Come down here. We got, this is Xander's house. Let's go inside. Here's Xander's abode. Apparently tennis is on the TV. That's his pet Inky Stinky. This is a little garden here. Working on growing possibly some hybrids. Still have some work to do on this. But it's a great place to go to catch bugs. Money tree. Here's Dom. Hi, Dom. Dom is nicknamed me Somersault. Dom likes to work out. This is Cat's house. Cat is a cat. Then we got our museum here. So I'm going to do a quick look around the museum. We don't have the art gallery yet. Here's the fishies that we have. Not a whole lot going on in there. We got these guys.
I forgot what that big dude's name is.
I don't know, it's like a dinosaur type name.
Yeah, we were like, whoa, whenever she got it.
Hey, it's Rex. Sea butterflies. Seahorse. Okay, so that's all our fishies. Then we have our fossils here. I don't know how to see these fully. Okay, guys. And we'll go towards bugs. And that was our museum. This is a little campsite. We're Town Square. That's our flag Xander designed. Over here we got our store. Gotta make a money tree. So we got the clothing store, the Able Sisters. We got Nook's Cranny. Here's our little pier. As far as fruit goes, we have apples, oranges, and coconuts, and bamboo right now. Oh, Mr. Red.
That's a lot.
Cool. I can play it so you can see what it looks like. Let me turn this way. Oh, it's the one with like the tablecloth and the fruit. Anyway, we got this little picnic area. Lay down on the hammock for a siesta after your picnic. A sandcastle there. And this is the only place I've actually made like a neighborhood type thing. Since I actually started planning a little bit more at this point. So here we have, this is Rasher's place. Rasher the pig, and he looks like an ex-con, but he seems rather nice. Then we have Henry, he's a frog. And this is Flurry, he's a hamster.
I don't remember what the anteater's name is. Well, I know that she's a pop though.
Tango, she's an anteater. I think she might be like Kenyan or something. And then here's Rex's house. I guess he's back home.
The ship's there.
Rex's house. Like a few Rex. There we go. Over to the private island. Here's Mr. Red's ship. So I think we need to go find Mr. Red before we can go on the boat again. Or before we can go on the boat for the first time. Anyway, see a little waterfall here. Another waterfall. I used to have this cool little telescope thing right here.
No, it's over here. It's right there.
But Xander hijacked and moved it somewhere.
Yeah, the south side.
And then we're back on the other side of the island.
Oh yeah, same with all the people stuff.
Yeah, I built like tables and chairs and stuff around different people's houses and they stole them all. And then he builds all of these fires for no reason.
No, there's no reason. Anywhere they go.
And that's pretty much Sweet Salmon Island. This little bridge goes to my house. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed